everybody. Sorry I'm late. First off, I had some things I was doing, but also I had quite a few tech issues. But now I am here to be in full presence with all of you, and I have my lovely chocolate croissant, which I am super excited about. And as I mentioned in the posts, that I'm going to be live on Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. and Wednesdays in the evening. And then I might throw in a random one if I have a special guest that doesn't fit into that schedule. But how are you all doing? Where are you tuning in from? Hello, Sister Happy One. Have I met you yet? I need to like make a chart of people's like YouTube names with like who you actually are when you come to Z School for the Gifted. Hi, Zawadi. I know you because your handle is exactly the same as your name. Which makes it easier for me to figure it out. How have you been since last night? How was everybody's full moon? I know for myself, I always have a lot of energy during the full moon. Um, but I was calling in and am always calling in being in rest. So I was like, I'm gonna journal and then I'm going to like put everything down because every time at nighttime, because I'm a night owl, like I'm like, what can I cook up? What kind of spell can I create? What deities shall I talk to? And then my creativity just explodes out of my mind. And I was like, nope, not today. Closing that, locking that, gonna go to sleep. From London. Ah, okay. Um, um, Rose. Thank you. For some reason, when I saw Rose, I like couldn't say the word Rose. My brain is not connecting very well today. Oh my goodness, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever. I was thinking about you. Also, I was talking to my other friend who is in London today, catching up with him, and you popped into my mind. I'm going to try and maybe add another Z School for the Gifted to kind of get all the folks in the UK, because I know there's actually a good amount of you, and I miss all of you. Such vibrant energy. Yes, it was, right? It was so nice. It was so nice. How did you feel after the session? Did you sleep well? Grand day, amazing souls. Hi, Victoria. Please, I miss you. Okay, I will add it in. Um, I'm guessing, like, what time is it for you? You know what? I can handle things. Let me pull up my international clock. Um, because I also want to try and create a Z School for the Gifted for folks in like Asia, those surrounding places, because I know there's a good amount of folks from there too. Let me be proactive. Oh, it's 6:27. So I could do, yeah, no, that's totally fine. I can just do this same time, probably maybe on like a Tuesday or something. A Tuesday, obviously not on a Friday because I'll be here. Um, yeah, maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday. You get to pick because you're here. I'm good for now. I'm home alone. Everyone left on vacay, so I gotta continue to give my life, and it's me time. Yes, I love me some me time, but I'm mostly by myself most of the time, but I still love it so much. What are you doing for your me time? I was with Zawadi last night in Z School for the Gifted. So Rose, Victoria, how was your full moon last night? What did you do to heal? You're also welcome to ask questions if you want any sort of advice. Y'all know how this goes. I have my chocolate croissant here that I am going to be eating in between comments. I actually have a lot of work to do, which I'm actually really excited about. I'm doing some candle work, filling some candle working orders, some money oils, and I need to record like 4 big projects that I was like Like, how am I going to fit these in? And then, sometimes you just get a little ADHD. Sometimes it just pops in. Yes, Wednesdays for me. Okay, cool. I will plan for a Wednesday. Um, Maybe I'll do like I don't know. I might have to do like a 9:30 in my time, which I guess would be like a 5:30 your time, PM. You tell me, Rose. You tell me. Because Wednesdays, but I think could we get away with doing it? Um, our Z School for the Gifted lately have been running a lot longer, because we've been doing a lot of deep healing and meditation. Like, we're really digging in and then teaching concepts and stuff. So they've been going longer than I've been planning, but I love it so much. It's so much fun. I wrote things I no longer want, burned this list, and poured the ashes into the wind. I love that. You are so in it right now. I can feel your energy. It's so good. I just want to know all the things. I want to catch up with you. I want to know how you've been since we last talked. So much was changing. So much was changing. Oh my God, this full moon made me purge things I didn't know were suppressed. Yeah, I really enjoyed this energy. Gratitude for asking. How was yours? Thanks for asking. Yeah, so this full moon purge, and the portal is open until end of day tomorrow, like midnight tomorrow. So if there's anything else you want to get rid of or like change, I would definitely do that. Like, it's a huge rebirth time. Mine was really good. Honestly, like, being able to spend it with the folks in Z School for the Gifted and help them, like I love healing and astrology and holding space, and the fact that I get to do that as my work is like what fills my soul. Like, literally, because for the longest time I did it for, myself, but I enjoy it. Like, I was so excited. I was like, how? Because I want to always put stuff in PowerPoints and things like that so I can just show people and they can take it with them, or like little things for their phone. Um, I just get so excited, but it was great. And then afterwards, I did a bunch of journaling. I lit some candles and I put my butt to sleep. Well, I actually ate a giant bowl of spaghetti, mung bean, like noodle spaghetti, and put myself to sleep. I don't usually eat that late, but I was hungry. And after healing, my eating disorders, I always tell myself, regardless if I'm like following Ayurveda, like, I always tell myself that when I'm hungry, I will always eat so that I can still be in that energy of taking care of myself. Thank you for asking. I love your expression style. You're awesome. Thank you. Hello, Jessica. I am Dylan. Rose. Rose? Are you saying hi to Rose? Is your name also Rose? It said your title is I am Dylan. Are you Dylan? Well, I need/want to connect with my energy and spirit more. Attract a job that will assist me on my journey. I have so much I need to, etc. Yeah. What kind of job are you wanting to have? And I love and appreciate all you do. You're so sweet. Zawadi is so sweet. At the end of each session, they have like the sweetest message for the whole group and then always says thank you. It's so sweet. Every time I leave class, I'm like, I love them so much. I was 3 months at the new job on Monday. Life feels very different for me. I so want to be back in school with you, teacher. Yes, I will definitely create it. A lot of people have been, you know what? Let me just not do my, I need to write this down. I always keep my notepad or something. UK time. So let's do, I'm also starting a pass, which I'm trying to figure out how to do. That'll be Z School for the Gifted, and it'll also have the business classes. So then if folks want to just do a subscription for the month and pick which ones they want to go to, they could totally do that. And then um, I also decided that within the pass, you can add on if you want to, like one single session um, a month to kind of like work with me and whatnot. So it's gonna be fun. It's so fun. Um, okay, what did I say? 9:30. Don't worry, people, I've got this. I can't wait to see you, Rose. You are such a light and you always just bring such great energy. I was actually just thinking of visiting the UK. I was like, I need to like go there. I haven't been there in a long time. Hey, my fairy lady. Hi, Elmer. Is Elmer like what you prefer to be called? I'm just going by people's titles. Oh, really gotta start back to exercise. Yes, was that not the message last night? Everybody had the reminder that they need to get into their exercise. Stewart 1010. Hello, hello. Love the hair. Thank you. I just colored it. I have it up right now, but I don't know if there's any sun. It's kind of it's like a fuchsia. Here it looks a little bit more red, but it's a mix between like purple and pink, and I absolutely love it. For folks who are just joining, where are you tuning in from, and how is your full moon? I'm gonna rip a piece of my croissant because sis is hungry. Sis is so hungry. Let me see. Come back to the UK. I will be your tour guide if you need one. I'm so down. I'm gonna totally do that. I really, like last night, I just have this feeling I want to go there so bad. And I have the address of we have a house in the UK. And I really want to go look at the ghosts. I'm gonna ask my dad. I'm gonna ask him again. And I have like photos and the address and all these things. So if you're not afraid of ghosts, we could go check out these ghosts. Hi, Ashe. How are you? Oh, this is a good question for you too, because you're in. Are you in South Africa? I think you are. I'm gonna be adding some Z School for the Gifted extra times. Actually, you would probably, you know what? Let me look at my world clock again. We're figuring this out on the go, people. Because right now, I'm gonna do this one. That may not be the best. So it's 7:36. Okay, so Ashe, what I was thinking, because I also know there's a lot of folks in South Africa. I need to check. I need to look at like a huge worldly clock. um, and I know that folks like you and the folks in the UK aren't able to get to the 6:30 or the 6 p.m. one, which is also, I guess, a little bit early for. No. It'll be rising for Asia, but in some areas. I'm gonna add some times because I feel like around this time, but on a Wednesday would probably work. You let me know. You let me know. You also get to vote because you're here. Ghostbusters. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's going to be like. I'm super excited. It's like, I don't know. I want to, I love it so much. Like, literally everywhere I travel, it's what I enjoy doing. Not like intentionally, but it just happens that way. I also feel like I'm kind of meant to do it for fun. Because everywhere I went, I met someone who gave me a list of haunted places to go check out. And then I always ended up like near some sort of tour or tour guide and listening in, but also listening to the spirits and just laughing because they weren't telling the right story. And sometimes they were. Sometimes they were. Um, but like I feel like it was the funniest in New Orleans, to be honest. Yes. I feel like, because Victoria, you've been to I've been liking doing the evening Z school for the gifted. Like, I really want to plan them so that it hits you in your evening time. Um, because then the meditations and things that we do will help you like drift more easily into sleep, because there's a lot of breath work and releasing. And so you can kind of process the day and all the things. And the spiritual realm is just really different at nighttime. Okay. I have another question for all of you. Is there anything that you're needing help with? You let me know. Life wise, spiritual wise, something that might be a fun class. Besides my self love products I handcraft, which I love to create, it's a whole new beginning. Yeah. Because I'm new to this city. Oh, right. I remember. I would love to attract an opportunity that's in the field of creativity of service. Oh, okay. You can totally do that. Go outside more. Oops. Yes, it'd be so ethereal at nighttime. Yeah. I feel like I can really do like a energetic cocoon around people when it's nighttime. And also just like there's a lot of healing that happens as people go to sleep. And so being able to catch that and catch all of your thoughts and help you release and help you feel good before sleep changes your entire week. I need help with life. Victoria, what kind of help? How can I help you? What's your view of spiritual language? Like when people say light language? Is that what you mean? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Funny you're asking that if it is about light language, because I was watching a video about someone making fun of different spiritual practices. And I was like, this is interesting. Greetings. Hello. Hello. Do you speak a light language? How do you feel about it? I feel like if that's what you're talking about, I feel like they're trying to roll forward. Can't roll forward. My mic stands. Hold on. This is driving me bananas. There we go. Me hit my forehead. It's a common occurrence. I believe that everything is energy, and I also believe that energy makes different sounds that we can't necessarily pick up on unless we are tuned in to pick up on it. And so I don't see a reason why a light language wouldn't exist or why people wouldn't use it, because it's all energy, and so everything makes a different sound and it's just a different language. Like the only reason why we're more receptible to our own languages is because we know they exist and someone taught us that they exist. But let's say, we teach all of our children about light language, then that's going to normalize light language, and then a bunch of them are going to speak light language, and that becomes a primary language. You know what I mean? So sound and energy are the same. So I've never really saw them as, I don't know, something different, because it's just a form of communication. And again, it's all energy. And there's been times, where it's come out of me, or my guides will speak that way, or I can just receive the sound and they like show me the vision to go along with the sound so I can understand what they're saying. Which happens even with other languages sometimes too. Like in church, they speak in tongues. Okay, yeah, I'm speaking, but feels more ancestral based. Yeah, I mean, tongues and like light language and all of that. It's all the same. It's all the same. Um, it's just one has been more heavily accepted than others, but I take a very like like sciency slash meet spirituality. Like I try to bridge the two because there's truths in both of them and they are the same thing. Um so yeah. I mean there's no reason why like me just making this sound to you, the to my dogs it probably sounds like light language. You know what I mean? So like the only reason why we categorize them differently is because our brain has to categorize things differently in order for it to work. And in order for us to communicate with each other, like we have to have an understanding of our environment and what people are doing. Like that's why we've evolved this way. So I totally get it. Hello, I'm back for more Z after the Telegram chat. Yay! I'm so excited. Graduate of More Than Worthy. Benita's gonna be up here on ZTV. I invited I invited her since someone is stepping into the spotlight. Step on up, Benita. I love light language. Yeah, it's pretty. I speak light language only in my dream state. So that's normal, right? Because the energy that you hold is less restricted in the astral. So it's easier to let go. And then once you can kind of bridge your energy between the 3D and the astral, it gets a lot easier. I cannot pinpoint what I need assistance with. How are you feeling lately? In the last 3 days, how have you been feeling? Do you feel like something's missing? And our languages were created by folks. Yeah, in SA, we have 12 official languages. All those were birthed by people. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's like when there's a need for it, it appears, right? And it only makes sense that a light language would exist because as the earth ascends, as energy changes, as we shift into different dimensions, frequency, like we're able to perceive different frequencies, so language has to evolve. And as people get closer to embodying more light energy, light language then is birthed. So it's like a consequence of ascension, you could say. Where there's a need, then there it is. Right? It's nature. Peace and love. I must go working. Happy weekend to you. Have fun working. Have a beautiful weekend. Be safe. Celebrate yourself. Do something fun. 144. What? Thank you. Makes sense. All energy. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's like we're all the same. But it's nature, right? Like nature will fill in the gaps in order to balance things out. Um, and progress communication. That's why evolution happens, because we naturally will evolve. Otherwise, if we stayed the same, that would be quite odd. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm excited for ZTV. Thank you for inviting me. You must be like, she's now on a good frequency to be heard and seen now. Benita, you know I love you. You're the best. Yeah, I also strongly believe in your message to help your people. And so I want to make sure that that gets out there. Benita is on a quest as an artist and an activist to help Nepalese people because she is also Nepalese. And so what better way than to help folks out, right? That is what all of us should be doing. Like all of you should be connecting and seeing how we can all help each other out and elevate each other as a community and get the message out there. Because then, that video that you will be on will then sit on my page and I can give it to you. You can reuse it and it'll keep living on. And so we have to remember that, like, everything we do is going to make an impact and it keeps going if we allow it to, right? Zawadi said, hello, Benita. Stagnant, alone. You're probably just going through a little bit of an ego death. Um, Tell me one of your goals. Have you been moving on any of your goals? Thank you for Candle Lucky. I have a question. Is my homework to visualize, bring back my energy from my guides? Um, Christine, can you send I need to go back and watch it. So if you send me an email, I can respond to you right on the email so you have it and so you don't have to go back and watch this recording. So drop this question in the Lucky Me email, the candle working that I did for you. Also, always happy to help you. And for everybody else, I have 22 different types of candle workings, and I'm going to be adding more as like I'm getting more things here in my space. So whatever you need, there's something there's something there for you. And I also give offerings to the orishas and deities and do specific rituals for them, to like invoke them in to come help you, and I petition on your behalf. So yeah, Christine, definitely like send me an email so I can write it out for you so that it's clear, because I don't want to get lost in here. Um, because it will. It will. uh okay. Okay, cool. Thanks, Christine. I just want to make sure you have it. Um I'm so excited. I'm working on novel piece about language creation. Cool. See, everything happens for a reason. Language is awesome. It kind of reminds me of, have any of you seen Cheaper by the Dozen? No, not Cheaper by the Dozen, but I do love that movie. I used to watch that all the time. Daddy Daycare. You know, the kid that speaks Klingon? Like, that kid is my favorite. All of them are my favorite, actually. But like their parents, or their parent thought that they spoke like some random language, and then it took like the more nerdy guy to be like, oh, he's speaking Klingon. Like, I love it. I love it because everything's just language. It's so fun. Oh, like my cousin and I used to try and learn Elvish. And my sister actually has Elvish tattooed under her like wedding band. And she had a Lord of the Rings themed wedding, and I helped like do some of the dressing up and things. It was magnificent. And then one day I hope I can invite you for my Benita Thaba TV. Yay! Yes, you can always invite me. I'm giving you a pass. There you go. I am manifesting it. Woo, 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 woo. You would have the best TV. I would watch it. So fun. We could watch each other's channels. What channel would you want it to be on? I kind of would want mine to be on 144. Or 888. No, channel 8. I'd love to hear more at Benita. Aww. Hello, Zawadi. Okay, I already did that one. Clap, clap, clap. I wrote a book. I create content daily. I just launched my spiritual life coaching business. So what feels stagnant? A part of me wonders if it is you expecting some sort of outcome and it hasn't shown up yet, and that could be riding underneath that energy. Because a lot of the times it's super easy to get in the motions of creating a lot of action, doing aligned action, but then one, losing sight of why you're doing it in the first place. So a lot of people will lose sight of their why, their groundedness, their love and compassion, and get caught up and beneath the nose, get caught up in sometimes a lot of like more fiery masculine energy, but also forget to balance it with the feminine energy. um and so you have to pour into yourself and continue to remember that the outcome is already done and it's not actually stagnant. Because usually if someone is taking action like you are and they still feel stagnant and disconnected, it's because their feminine energy is detached somewhere. um And so you have to focus on the trust, the love, the surrender, the joy, the happiness, why you do what you do, and stay connected to spirit. Yes, Idiola. Hi, what's happening, my friend? Congratulations. What's your channel called, Victoria? See, this is why we share. Everybody cheer everybody on. Yes. Also, full transparency. I wasn't able to do the free event for the large 144 group in Discord. I'm getting to it, I swear. I'm just gonna let everybody know. I can only move so fast in the day until my hair falls out. Ashe, Amrika, thank you. So kind of you to say that. Aww. This is the channel at Ashe. Is it your name? This is so true. Oh well, gratitude. Do you have any suggestions? Okay, good. Glad we put it together. Yes, making wins. Do you have any suggestions for how I can connect with my feminine energy? Yeah, I would slow down your rising routine and do something creative for yourself in the rising. So things that I do, especially as a business owner, which it can be really easy to like become disconnected from your feminine. I always have like set schedules on when I'm going to work and when I'm not going to work, so that I know that this is when I have to lead with some of my masculine energy and this is when it just turns off and there's nothing else. So the time outside of that is like I'm building on my feminine energy. I know what time I usually tend to get out of bed unless I'm tired. I wake up really slow. I'll have one alarm, and if I like turn it off, I'm like, I give myself lingering time to like roll around in bed and just like stare at things and go back to sleep. Because the feminine energy moves a lot slower, and when you're running a business, you have to have the freedom of like doing what you want, because you can start to feel constricting energy wise when you're having to turn on your masculine energy a lot and then turning on your feminine energy. Like it's a lot of ping ponging. So you have to have this freedom going on. And then after that, I like kind of straighten my stuff and I do my meditations. I pour my warm water. Warm water helps a lot. Have it every day. Helps ground you, helps keep you connected to that feminine side. It's the act of nurturing yourself a ton, which is going to bring your feminine energy out, and asking like what it is that I need. What do I need? What am I feeling right now? Like, oh, I'm feeling tired. Oh, I'm feeling thirsty. Oh, I'm feeling hungry. Oh, I'm feeling like I want to do whatever, you know. um so I tune in. I do a lot of journaling, a lot of listening to fun music and stretching my body. It's probably like a couple hours of me doing things to fill my cup, and then I'm brushing my hair. I'm like picking out my outfit. I always wash my face, um, and things like that. Or I do my abayanga if I'm doing it that day, which is like an oil massage. So I just like am so tender, so tender with myself. And I don't rush anywhere. If there is some place I really have to be, I still don't rush. Like if I'm running behind, because the minute I start rushing, I get disconnected again. So those are some things that you can do. Gratitude, Ashe. Oh well, I I will work. Yeah, you work means masculine energy. I work so much because I don't have the freedom to move about. If I catch the bus, I am drained. So slow down and flow. Yeah, you have to. And I lived a long period of my life where I was constantly rushing around, catching the bus, doing all the things. And it's the whole reason why like my cycle got out of whack. I had eating disorder, like all like it just like compounded itself sneakily from all the trauma throughout my life. And then my body shut down and I had to slow myself down, and um I had to pour into myself. And since you're spiritual, the more you pour into that energy, the more it's going to be easier for you to manifest clients and like resources for your business. And you're going to have creative ideas. Like, I know the days that I start to feel like I want to like flip my desk upside down or like wreck it, Ralph, is what I call it. I'm way too far into my masculine. Like, I missed it by a mile. I will literally like stop what I'm doing and I will pull my blanket out and I will put a pillow down and I will take a nap. I will sit there. I'll force myself to do it, even if my brain's like, no, you have to work, you have to blah blah, you have to send those emails, and I'm like, shut up. And I put on my headphones and then I listen to my hypnotherapy and I listen to my affirmations. I'll literally just sit here and like stare out the window and listen to heart music. And like, I just have fun. I'll go out and like sit in the sun. I'll drive somewhere that I really want to be. I might go meet some people. Like, I do the opposite of what my body is trying to do because I have to. Because the minute I get into that like constrictive energy, nothing works. Um and then you kind of reevaluate like how you've been working, if it actually works out for you, right? Like, most of the time you can't. It doesn't work, especially if you were trying to manifest things. Like, you have to also accept that like a colonial way of working and driving yourself into the ground is like what is the most toxic thing in the whole wide world. And so for us and our ancestors and for the world, we have to do that deconditioning. And we also, everybody has to accept that a spiritual business is different than other businesses. Spiritual businesses are freaking miraculous. And like I've mentioned in the past, like every time I would take a nap, I would get new clients. I'm not even kidding you, because my energy would stop blocking everything. And so I embed naps into my day, not only for like business wise, but also like I know that if I'm blocking it, I'm way more stressed out and traumatized than I think. And so I just need to pour into myself. I know that was a long answer, but hopefully that helps. Just hearing you say this lifted a weight off me. Oh, yay. Yeah, it's like sometimes we put these invisible weights on ourselves and we don't even notice it. And I also have like I smoke cleanse my place every day. I light a clarity candle every day to keep my mind clear. I say my mantras every day for a certain amount of time. I meditate, I keep my space clean. Um, I tend to be more of an external feminine, like in that sense where like I enjoy doing beauty things. And so I do that for myself because I really like it and it makes me feel good. But not everybody like that. Like, you just have to find what brings out the softness in you. I love the contents of your channel, Victoria. See, yay! Amazing. Is there a way to have being in masculine energy be less awful? Ideala, that is a funny question. But also, um, describe to me what is happening when you are in masculine energy. Being in masculine energy or feminine energy will feel awful if you are out of balance. And a lot of people who haven't like taken a really deep journey into healing their mother and father wounds and decolonizing enough will feel out of balance when you shift into that energy, and like, I personally don't like being in my masculine energy, not because I don't like masculine energy, but because like I love and thrive in my feminine energy so much better that it takes a lot more out of me to be in the masculine energy. So I have to have all these other practices to kind of help. But that's also just the name of the game right now as I'm expanding my business. I know it's temporary, but yeah, let me know. Gratitude. You're so sweet. Y'all are so amazing to each other. Thank you, Z. Sometimes I feel guilty, like I'm wasting time and could be doing more productive stuff, like stressing. No, you don't need to worry about it. But it's easy to do that. It's just our brain. It's just our brain. Like we have to catch it. Um, and we have to be, really gentle with ourselves. And it happens to me too. And I have to tell myself that it's also okay to go day by day. And something my coach says is, I don't know, but let me look at my book. So I want to make sure. Oh, my comic book. I want to make sure I say it. Um, I don't even know if it's in this notebook. Oh yeah. So her mantra, I highlighted it because I love highlighter. Is I will do the best I can with the resources I have. And she said, that she said that mantra to herself like every single day, and it's actually what helped her like move overseas to Dubai, even though she didn't have a lot of money and she's super successful now. Take a leap on herself, do for healing, stop like causing more trauma, and and being okay with what you have right now, like doing the best that you can, because we tend to get in this colonial kind of mindset of we have to grasp and grasp and grasp, other than being like, what are the pieces of the puzzle that I have right now that I can actually make something out of, right? And her and my other coach, because they also work together, they say yes and figure it out later, which I love. I'm definitely a say yes and figure it out later if an opportunity presents itself, because I also strongly believe that the universe will catch me anyways. And if I say yes, I'm not supposed to be there, the universe will literally turn my ass around and be like, aren't you funny? I feel stressed and frazzled and need caffeine to do anything. Um, yeah, one, no more caffeine. Let's start with that. So you can actually release that anxiety and stuff like that. Um, Not saying you can't have caffeine forever, but just like we were talking last night in terms of people smoking weed and all this stuff, like, but I also have Buddhist practices, but just in general, if you are trying to heal or better yourself, you should not be ingesting things that alter your state of being, like alter your mind, so that you can actually heal. And like how far you want to take that statement is fully up to you, but things that are stimulants, like coffee or like alcohol and weed and for there was a period in my life a long time ago that I tried anxiety meds and I was like, nope, doing this holistically, and I like threw it away and like had a talk with my doctor for suggesting it. um and it's also why I teach a lot of my clients how to come off of their medicine, because um like you sometimes it's a band-aid, right? Like you giving yourself caffeine is also messing up your energy levels. Like your body cannot level itself out and generate the energy that it needs because you are giving it like a false version of it, so then it stops producing the energy that it needs, and then you're in this cycle, then you come off of it and then you're tired and then all these things, but you have to kind of like work through it. It's your anxiety. You have to release the fear. um what are you fearing, Ideala? And I feel pressure to do, yeah, whenever we feel pressure to do, it could be a few different things, right? Like there's the type of pressure that you can feel when you've been procrastinating, right? That's a different type of pressure because you know you should be doing it, but you're not doing it, which is also self-sabotage, right? And fears. And then there's the unnecessary pressures where you're actually living life and healing, but yet this change is so foreign to you that you don't actually know how to navigate it. And so you put all of this old pressure onto yourself and you can't quite liberate. Um, So there's different types, but it always comes back to the sense of fear and worthiness. So really looking at your self-worth. I was told that I still have mommy wounds. That's common. Yeah, it's definitely common. And it depends on what kind of household you grew up in. So what kind of household did you grow up in? Like, what did you learn from your mother in terms of work, right? I know for myself, um, my mother was actually the breadwinner. She had a very good job, worked at the Capitol, ran accountant for assembly members. I mean, my dad served and did like ops and stuff like that. But, he decided to run his business. He wanted to run his business and stop doing those things. And he also got injured. And then my mom took on more of the masculine responsibility to take care of all of us. Um, and So then what I learned about work was being the breadwinner and not actually seeing a healthy masculine energy and kind of viewing them for a while as useless. As useless. Um, and then, we experienced hardship because she got um, injured, and then the government is just sketch AF and did really shitty things, and so it became all this stuff, and then houselessness happened, and then there was like this constant need to overwork and overwork and overwork, and like grasp onto money and then give money away because you don't believe you can hold it, like all these things. So whatever you're experiencing as a child in relationship to your mother or your father is going to show up in how you act now. And so I consciously choose to not do that because that is not a cycle that I want to be in. And I have to actively choose to like put myself around healthy masculines in order for me to also shift into my feminine, because when I'm not around healthy and balanced masculines, I become really masculine because then I feel isolated and I feel like I have to defend myself. And so I made a list. I made a list of masculines that I knew that were vocal, they were supportive, they protect me, they reach out to me. And I just like stay in their bubble like as much as I can. My good friend Jeremy is one of those people who does like the voiceovers. My other friend David, who does writing, who I met in New Orleans. So you just kind of like build your community. My friend Juan in Costa Rica that I met this year are all like very balanced masculines who are choosing to be more masculine. And so when I'm around them, I'm like dee, 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 little tiny fairy. And I can just be myself, and they make it very clear that they're like there to help me. So I'm like, okay, great. Right. So that's another way that you can kind of heal your mommy wounds, like reflecting on what you've been through, but also creating real life containers for yourself to be able to exist within. And also look at your community, right? Like who's around you to support you and to like help you feel safe. Safety is where the feminine exists and thrives. So having environments where you feel safe is going to naturally help you feel more in your feminine energy, like being around people you trust. I need a few hours of time in the rising in my feminine energy to step into a masculine energy. Yeah, but if I try to step into masculine energy right away in the morning, the day only gets worse. Yeah, right? Like if you wake up and you're like, oh, I have all these things. No, no, no. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Bravo, Benita. More than worthy. More than worthy. Um, and also like I don't like if I have my phone or my watch or anything, I don't put it on until like work starts because I'm like, I don't want nothing. I want to smell this flower. I am off my anxiety and ADHD meds since being with Z's more than worthy. Yeah, suck it to me. We do magic in more than worthy, everybody. Meaning, I hope you heal because it's important to like know that you are more than capable, right? And for some people, fine, you want your medicine. But if you're someone who was like, no, I want to come off of it, come see me. Come see me. Come see me. I got you. It's just, we need to heal. Um, and Benita did a beautiful job and did the work. It wasn't always easy doing all the shadow work and the healing, but they did it. And they're happy and they're running their business. They're running their business and showing up. And it's so amazing to see. Benita, I'm so glad you're sharing your story. I'm so happy for you. You did an amazing job. I swear this is always therapeutic. When I'm in your lives, you provide the deeper questions to ask. You are amazing. Oh, hugs to you too. I'm so glad this is helpful. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you all have what you need. And I am also a firm believer in accessible healthcare. And even though this is a YouTube channel, I consider this accessible healthcare and healing. And there needs to be more of this where folks can just come on and ask questions. If I could do this on a massive scale, that would be great. Then I could help thousands and thousands and thousands of people all at one time, right? The anxiety is worse when I'm doing anything job that's nursing related. When I don't have an active nursing job, I don't use caffeine. Okay, yeah, nurses have a completely different life. Nursing gives me anxiety, and that's why I want to transition out. Yeah. Yeah, nursing is very, very, like being a nurse. My heart goes out to all the nurses. Benita was a nurse. And there was somebody else, I can't, I'm blanking on their name at the minute, that was also a nurse, and had really, really, really bad anxiety. It's a lot. It's a lot of stimulus, and you have to care for people, and you're constantly put under pressure, and you also have very strong healing energy. Like a lot of nurses are healers. And so you're meant to go help people, but when it's in that sort of environment, it's very, very overwhelming, very, very overwhelming. And so you have to then rely on like altering your body's natural state in order to survive in that environment, which then takes a lot out of you. Yeah, and you said you were doing what, the like said the summer camp at the same time. So there's a lot there. There's a lot there. So understandably, I would give yourself some grace too, you know, like, and just do your best to kind of fuel your body in whatever way you can without the stimulants as much as you can, whatever that means. Like if you have to sleep the extra hours, if you need to like really get on your nutrition and stuff like that, if you need a session with me for an Ayurvedic thing to make sure you're eating the right foods, like do whatever is necessary to take care of yourself. You're usually pretty good at following through anyways. Victoria said, congratulations, Benita. Yes, Benita worked so hard over these 6 months. You're like, you worked so hard. I'm always so proud of every single one of my clients that go through More Than Worthy, because they jump leaps and bounds when they're ready, right? And that's something that I always ask anybody before they start More Than Worthy, like, are you ready? And if they say yes, then let's rock and roll, right? Humans have spiritual maintenance. Wowzers. Yeah, especially if you have other humans to take care of and raise. It's a lot of responsibility. And, you know, when you're in that nurturing energy, you have to have an some sort of masculine container around you, like, in order to do it, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to give all this nurturing energy to all of you and help heal and teach and be in my like Pachamama energy as like a embodied feminine, right? Like you can say I am like a mother. I hold the mother energy, and I was explaining to Benita, like More Than Worthy is like people coming in and being able to heal their mother and father wounds, but I act as a parent within that space so that you can like reparent yourself and also learn what's healthy. I'm not your parent, but I hold that energy. while you do your healing, because you weren't able to do that with your parents. Um, so it takes a lot, but in order for me to do that, I have to have things around me that act as masculines, or a safe container to be able to give in the way that I do. Otherwise I'm too drained. I'm too drained to do it, and I wouldn't be able to be as spiritual and connected to all of you, and like help open your gifts and do candle workings and all those things. So the masculine energy is highly, highly, highly important. And luckily also, like, a lot of my family is in a lot of masculine energy, aside from one of my siblings. And so I can sit within that container when it's safe to do so, and kind of still be in my feminine. I wonder if there's something else other than deep breaths. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. I always love Z, such an amazing community. Ah, yeah, y'all are amazing. I only left caffeine after I left nursing. Boom. See, there we go. Yes, the nursing space is very difficult. Very, very difficult. I have caffeine for fun. I mean, I always ask for decaf, but like it's like my treat when I go get a Mexican mocha. Like I'm like, oh yeah, baby, we are filling our souls with sexiness today. And then I like do my work, and then I feel so happy. Would it make sense if I said all of my community was less is unseen? Um, I wonder this because I do not have support on Earth. You do have support on Earth. You have all of us. um, you have all of us. You're getting lots of support here. Um, what kind of support are you wanting in your physical space? What kind of support? It's easier to not see the support when sometimes we're not ready to see it as well. What kind of support do you need? That's why I called you Super Fairy. I love that. I love that. Super Fairy. I'm a Super Fairy. I love being a fairy. This is great. This is the best job in the whole wide world. I love it so much. I will say I have everyone at the camp listening to frequencies now. Good. And I prescribe kids breathwork stretches and time on a hammock. I'm known as a holistic one here. Yes, I love it. You're probably saving their lives. You are. Because you're not going to be like the rest of the counselors. You're going to actually help them heal, which is what teenagers need. They need a lot of that if it wasn't caught earlier. But everybody does at every phase of their life. I love that you're doing that though. They're gonna remember you. Watch, they're gonna be like, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I also had this camp counselor that was like, a little bit more into frequencies, and then they're gonna elevate, and they're just gonna keep meeting folks who are like into spirituality and are calm and all the things. Forgot I put salt in my water. It's like, does this taste funny? I know it's God grace also that guides you. Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course. I love spirit, God, universe, everybody, you know. Um I also say, when you, and my coach does too, you lean into spirit as your masculine container and allow spirit to provide. And I say that all the time. Like, I'm like, thank you so much, spirit, for providing for me. Thank you so much for being my masculine. I like, it's so necessary. All of the miraculous things, all of them, every single one of them. And even being, when I mean, spirit is everywhere, not just at church, obviously. But like, I feel like sometimes it shows up physically in men at church, sometimes. But also in everybody I meet, to be honest. I don't know. Um, but I do find it interesting that when I do go to church, the masculines there are actually very masculine. I don't know if it's every church, but like all of the masculines there are like they're very I don't know. Like, I've been trying to think about this. Um, and you can feel the difference. You can feel the difference. And I've been to some other places and it's kind of like that, but they're like, they take pride in their family for some reason at this church. I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. Maybe I just never noticed it before. Two, two, two. Yes, I'm always giving thanks. Yeah, we should. It's so like it's such a good energy to be in, to just be able to say thank you for the life that you have, for the love that we are constantly given, that we take for granted. And there's many moments in my life where I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, and spirit was there to save the day. My like knight in shiny golden light armor. um and there were times that spirit definitely saved me from imbalanced masculines and imbalanced feminines. So I stick next to spirit. I'm like, you're the true one, you never go anywhere. That's why it's also nice to like just enjoy life. Connect with the universe. The universe will always be there. When we allow universe energy, God energy, whatever your verbiage is, into our life, everything becomes so much easier. You are guided. You are protected. Wow, wow, wow. I just heard a harsh truth. I did not connect with communities in the past that I was gifted with when I got them. So I feel like I'm being ungrateful. I appreciate this community. There we go. There's the breakthrough. We are breaking through today, Victoria. Sometimes we can't see it. We have to also be open to it, right? And sometimes our own suffering um, can get in the way, definitely. Which is why we do our healing and we go slow, and why, the universe orchestrated all of this so that you could be in this space. So all of us could be in this space so that you can receive what you are needed. And, we talked about this last night in Z School for the Gifted with, one of the members there, and they had mentioned that they had prayed to God asking for a community and a soul tribe, and they felt like their soul was so full because they were able to experience, being in Z School for the Gifted and meeting people that they could trust and love. And it's a very beautiful place when you surrender and allow spirit to guide you. Um, you can stop worrying, but it's easy when, you're more in your masculine than you think, when you're trying to control all the decisions. And I was reminded of this also recently with one of my manifestations, which is why I don't really tell people about my manifestations, even sometimes, you know, certain friends, because they're used to doing things where I'm used to attracting things. And spirit does the doing and I do the receiving. Because I'm a feminine, I receive. I will follow my intuition because spirit guides me, and I will take action on that, but still that's spirit led. um and then I receive the manifestation. But when I'm constantly, you know just trying to check off my list, I'm never going to manifest anything. I can't force stuff. I can't force stuff. And even, before, different times that I moved, like, folks were like, oh, I thought you were gonna blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna tell anybody, because when spirit guides you to do something, then you will know. Then you will know. Until then, no. Until then, no. And it's like surrender and let go so spirit can do what they need to do. Um, yeah, and I was reminded of that again recently, and it's like, damn it. How was my chocolate croissant? I've been yapping so much. It's still here, but it's so good. I actually added the chocolate myself. You can't take the French out of me, man. Like, by any means. That was one thing I've learned. If anybody tries to, I'm getting passionate again. If anybody tries and comes in the way of the little joyful things that I like to do, like creating chocolate croissants, we're gonna have a problem. No, I love chocolate croissants. I also just love food. Um, and you should enjoy life. You should enjoy life. I missed it. It's still here. Hi everyone. Hello. Hello. It's so great to meet you. I feel like all the betrayal I've experienced showed me that the Most High is always there for me. Yeah. And to love, trust, and believe in myself also in many ways. Yeah, absolutely. Spirit is always there. Spirit doesn't go anywhere. That's the most consistent thing that you will notice. Even when you fight it. Like, I literally make jokes with Spirit because I'm like, I'm running away from you today because I can't handle it. You know, these things. And then all of a sudden, like, there's this one person I like don't really talk to all the time. And then my phone starts binging and they're like, hey Z, you know what I read in the Bible today? Or like, God bless you. I hope you're surrendering all your anger to the, and I'm like, man. Like, it's just like, thanks, Spirit. It's like the funniest thing. Spirit will always protect you and be there for you. You are so right. Yeah. Spirit guided you through many things. Waving. I didn't make the croissant this time. No, I made like the chocolate filling. I should make a croissant. I was making bread for a while and then I got bored of making bread, so I moved on. Um, and then I've been making in my classes, we were making different types of ice cream with Belgian waffles as the cones and things like that. So fun. Then we made burgers, but I don't eat burgers. I mean, I don't eat beef burgers. Um, that was also good. I should make a croissant. I was making beignets. I love beignets, but I do love croissants. I'm writing that down. I'm writing it down. Make croissants. Croissant. I'm writing it down right now, people. Do any of you bake or cook things? How do you feed yourself? I'm gonna stay on for like another 5-10 minutes and I'm gonna head out because I'm going to finish this and do some orders and also get a sexy Mexican mocha. Also at this one, like one of my favorite coffee shops to go to, there is a large amount of masculines there. I'm gonna go sit over there. I'm gonna go sit over there and just exist with my Mexican mocha. I eat baked things. Lots of it. I love it. What's your favorite, Benita? What's your favorite baked thing? Do they all have maple syrup on them? I love maple syrup. What the hell? I'm also a foodie. You just called out all the things I love to eat. What? No wonder we all vibe together. See, we're all connected. I love to cook, create, but I love eating more. I love eating. Like, it's also why I love traveling because I love trying different types of food everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. When people get really rigid with their food, I'm like, I can't hang out with you. I can't hang out with you. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm like, you think this food is good? No, we can't be friends. I'm just kidding. Or I'll retrain their taste buds. Food is meant to be enjoyed. It was so hard for me when I would do like body transformations, having to eat based on like a certain amount so that I could change my body, all the things. It was so hard for me. It was so hard. I tried to get away with eating so many burgers and fries. Tried to get away with it so many times. Yes, I am a foodie. Sun and Taurus here. What? What kind of food do you like, Victoria? So please may I ask briefly how you feel of synchronicities? You can always ask. You never have to um, ask if you can ask questions. You can ask whenever you want. Briefly of how you feel of synchronicities and numerological ones. Yeah, numerology is actually super important. There's meanings behind number synchronicities. I don't pay like a ton of attention to them anymore. Like I do as like it feels like a hug from the universe, or I know if it's coming from certain guides depending on the numbers that are presented, or when my frequency is aligned with money coming my way, the numbers will shift in that way. Like that's how I kind of interpret it. Um because my guides and the universe that connects with me is so strong that I tend to focus on different synchronicities lately, but I do look at numerology. Super important. It just depends on like how you want to read it, right? I do feel like in the beginning of my journey, I was obsessed with numbers because I didn't understand. Like it starts with numbers. I feel like for a lot of people, it starts with like insects and birds and numbers, and then they have like dreams, and then it evolves, and then eventually you can connect the numbers to like higher frequency deities and stuff like that, ascended masters, because they'll usually send you numbers. Everything starts communicating at the same time, but I think they're a great way to confirm that you're on your right path. So sometimes if people feel like they're not in alignment, they likely are. And maybe you're not getting as many visual downloads, but you're getting a lot of numbers from your guides. Keep going, right? Keep going. It's following you for a reason. And then, sit in meditation and align your energy, and you'll probably get other messages as well. I do not bake. Got it. Hi, Z. E and A on croissants are easy and fun. Okay. We need to do that. We need to do that. It's Ethany, right? That's you, right? There's so many people with different names. I'm thinking because it says Stewart. Just making sure. Just making sure because you know everything about baking, and maybe that's our next thing. If it's not you, Ethany, I'm gonna be very sad. But also excited. I want to know who this other steward is. Thank you all for this space. Of course, happy to share in space with you. Everybody hearts you. Look at all those kisses. I do love croissants. Food literally is my favorite hobby. I know. Benita, you're like me. We're always posting about food and ourselves. We love ourselves and we love food. You can always tell from people's pages, what they love. It's like it's us doing like really fun things, like look how cute we are, and also eating. I started baking croissants for an inspiration idea to sell them at farmers market, and I spent months trying to get the recipe down. They are really a challenge, but the last batch came out so good. Yum. Hello, the forest fox. I missed you coming in. And then I didn't really like all the work, so I started focusing on crepes. Yeah. Um and wait, what is a crepe cake? And they were so easy. And I've been able to sell a couple for my bakery business. So fun. I love that. I highly recommend trying a crepe cake because they're so fun. You could do different fruit like mango and strawberry. And next I'm gonna try uh is it matcha one or macho? I love pretty much I'm thinking it was matcha. I love pretty much anything. I've been going through a challenge with transitioning back to alkaline. Got it. But I've been denying myself. I like sandwiches though. Messy ones. Enjoy yourself. Like in More Than Worthy, we do a lot of food and healing. Obviously, if there's certain health ailments, sometimes there's periods where I need you to focus on your food to heal your body, because in order for us to see what your body is trying to do or trying to heal, you have to eat a certain way. But also, I teach you what foods are going to help you anyways. So I totally get that. Um, I like, limiting yourself is necessary sometimes, right? Depending on the circumstances, but if it's something you do quite frequently that makes you unhappy, it's not something that's good, because it just causes more stress. But also, when you're healing and reconditioning your body already like starts to want to eat better anyway, so it becomes easier. And you don't always want to go after certain foods. I intentionally did this. Like, I wasn't craving it like, oh, I want to. No, it was like, tomorrow I am eating. Like, I declared it. The masculine energy that keeps showing up in my life. See, I went outside earlier and this Haitian guy just felt he needed to tell me how beautiful I am. They all smell really good too. Ooh, I love that. Scent is happening. Your feminine energy is probably so activated. I feel like that sometimes too. I went into like where was I? Was it a bookstore? I don't remember. And someone walked by and I was like, whoa. I was like, having babies with you. Just kidding. The Asian guy said he was so happy that I spoke to him too, because he couldn't really speak English too well. Look at you. See, after the last person that you like shooed away, you passed that test, and now more energy is coming in. That's why you gotta just keep going. You gotta just keep going. Yes, Ethany. Yay! Let's make croissants. If you don't know, Ethany Stewart 1010 is Big Mama Preserves, the one who taught about canning preserves. So if you watch that episode on ZTV, that's them right here. Yes, can bake. Ah. Oh, Azure. I'm used to seeing both your handles come in. Oh, you're both there. Stewart sisters. I love it. Azure said croissants are easy. What do we need for croissants? Is this a Saturday thing? I have a serious question. I have a serious question. Because we can make them gluten-free, right? Then we can have a party. I can make some more bra surprise. Yep, LOL, Zawadi. You're so, like, I'm so happy for you. You're in that divine feminine energy, just roping them in, honey, roping them in. That's why you need to go outside. You should go outside more. When you're in that energy, just walk out, like, let your feminine scent just trail. Happy Friday, Z. Hi, Shawnee. I want to eat a chocolate croissant. Oh, well, I'll have one in the future. Yeah. Treat yourself when you can. That is okay. When you can. I'm so happy you're here. How was the rest of your evening, Shawnee? How are you doing? I'm gonna be on for like a little bit longer, then I'm gonna head out. Oh my gosh, I love chocolate croissants. Universe freed my schedule this afternoon. Oh, how convenient. I was going to go for a swim, but it's bugs in the pool. uh, yeah, take care of yourself today. However you pour into yourself, pour into yourself. I'm proud of you. You can just move some of the bugs out of the way. Do they have one of those pool thingies? The pool, what are they called? The net thingies? Victoria's laughing. Yeah. So good. Going to take some time. Put butter and flour. Well, another time, or we can do the love live, or we can do something else. I'm open, but I think we're due for another cooking show. All three of us, troublemakers. No bugs. Some screaming and punching. Oh no. What? Yes, they have one, but oh, it's not my job. Yeah, I totally feel that. I totally would do it. If I was like, I'm getting into this, like if I was in that energy of, I'm getting into this pool today, I'd be out there like, do 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 do. Saturday baking session. I mean, if y'all are in CTV, everybody, we're making something. The Stewart sisters can't decide. My good at you're making crepe chocolate so much more. I was looking for cocoa earlier in the store, but I couldn't locate any. Not meant to be that day. Yeah, I like putting cacao in mine actually. I have a lot of cacao. Um, it's very like it always comes to me. Always comes to me. Even if I'm out, I'll always find it. Or like even when I went to this conference, I met this person and they were like, they randomly started making cacao and they made it a point to come over and give it to me. Like it always, it's in my energy. It always finds me. So I'm constantly eating it and like it's on my altar and honoring it. It's just very close to me. That's what I did in my healing session. Some screaming and punching. Oh, yay! Yes! I'm so happy for you. I'm tired. Good. How do you feel now? If you need to do it again, do it again. If you need to, do it again. Get it out of you. Just get it out of you. Yes, I keep smelling chocolate now. You're gifted. Can you smell my chocolate croissant? Yes, back in the kitchen. Maybe a farmer's market find. Ooh. Wait. I can always live stream a farmer's market find or do some clips. We should do that. Oh my goodness. Or I can do a collaboration video with all of us and film the farmer's market find that we love to go to. Ooh, I can't wait to discover what's there. Do you know I love farmer's market? Go Shawnee, go Shawnee. Go Shawnee, go Shawnee, go. Go Shawnee, go Shawnee, go. See, this is what I love about y'all because all of you put in the work and you fucking follow through. That's why your life changes in such a good way. Because I know that you're not gonna like sit on your butt for a week thinking about healing. I feel better just tired. My hips still hurt. Yeah, stretch them out if you can. I may just get me a treat today before my evening client. Definitely do that. Do some stretches, massage your hips. Did you do your Abhyanga today? Thank you, Zawadi. Happy Friday, beautiful. Oh, look how sweet and kind you all are. Makes me want to cry. I love it. Everybody needs to be in communities where folks are just so loving and kind. It would make such a difference. My opinion. Love that. Yes. Bougie Savage Productions. Da, 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 da. I need to find my other mic. I'm gonna mic you up. You might have to hold one, but I'll have a mic, and then we have the other mic, and I'll just film with my. I have two phones. Two phones is overkill. That's too much work. I can master it with one. Keep it simple. Y'all, we're gonna do a cooking show from the farmer's market. Who's ready? Who's ready to cook alongside us? Maybe I would have to work quite quickly. No, well, we wouldn't be able to cook it together. We should do one down the road where we post the ingredients and then people can cook with us. No, I haven't done my Abba Yanga yet. I will be doing it soon. Um, I did that yin yoga good. I like it. It's stretchy and slow. Yin is good. It's like you said, it's slower. It also gets into like your fascia and things like that. Um, so it's gonna release a lot of energy and trauma that's deeper in your body. And it'll help a lot. We're like vinyasa, it builds heat. Yin is the other side. Yin is the cooler side, which we need to balance you out. Victoria, me. Yay! I love the cooking idea together. Yeah, maybe we can find a time to like cook something easy together. I think it would be so fun. Okay, I'll go in 10 minutes because my watch just buzzed at me. It's almost lunchtime. And I don't mess with nobody during my lunchtime. Boundaries. I'm ready for a cooking show. I love cooking. I want to learn bread making. I seen you make that bread and I was like, Cozy, do you do sourdough? Yeah, that was what I made actually. I haven't had any bread flour, so I was just using other flours, so it's not as fluffy. But I love baking. I got a little tired of it, but also I kept eating it all so fast because it's so good when you make it yourself. And then I was giving it to my ancestors. But I have to like mix things up. But I need to get more bread flour. I actually pulled out my apron today. You know, sometimes they're psychic. Sometimes. Love the cooking with idea. Me too. We could like make maybe we could do like super easy recipe. Like always do recipes with 5 ingredients or something. I'm a 5 ingredient gal myself. Do you use spelt flour? No, I do not. Um, not recently. I was using actually whatever I could find in the cabinets. Because I always try and find what's there. It's actually like when I was going through a lot of hardship, I got really creative with what I could find in the cabinets, and that was how I started cooking and making different meals. And that's why usually if I work with someone, depending on their needs, not everybody has the food need, I'm pretty good at crafting meals for them that are pretty simple and finding replacements. And you know, a lot of people sometimes have access or have issues getting access to healthy foods. And I had that problem, but I found other ways that were feasible for me and affordable to still keep myself healthy. And so I always like go through my cabinets first to see what is there before I do anything. So I use what I have. It's also an energy and just a mindfulness thing of not just buying everything all the time. And when I would take care of my grandma too, like I was a young little girl, not playing and doing things that I wanted to do. I was also helping to take care of her. And so it's not like I could drive myself to the store, but I still needed to be able to find a way to feed her too. from time to time, and so I got used to it. Got used to being scrappy. So I don't have any spelt flour, but when I was making the bread, I just used what was available. I'm all for short ingredient list, right? It makes it so much easier. I have a challenge with foods that are affordable and healthy because my daughters are picky. Picky in what sense? They're naturally picky, or they learned to be picky? Oh, you on early today? Yeah, I posted in the community tab. Mondays and Fridays will be at 10 a.m. and Wednesdays will be 6 p.m. So you can expect that going forward. Today was more like a 10:15 a.m. and an interesting morning. And then I made my croissant. What's the best oil to use for Abayanga rose oil? I would like to do it. You can make your own rose oil, but I usually suggest people use a sunflower oil base since it's closer to your sebum, meaning the oil in your skin, and so it absorbs more easily. Yeah, you should definitely start it. I recommend everybody do it. Um, I don't. I sometimes put scents in my oils, but if I'm gonna do my Abayanga, it's just sunflower oil to keep it simple. I love that. Thanks, Shawnee. They are naturally picky. They don't care too much healthy foods. My oldest will eat fruits. My youngest doesn't care for meat except chicken. Yeah, that's pretty. I feel like some kids are like that. Um, what state do you live in again? Christina, moving to Mexico was good for me and my daughter. Shucks, even my dog. The fruit and veggies are so different. So getting used to this place. Oh, there's quite a few people who are talking about Mexico. You know who you are? I was just talking about that. Tell us more about moving to Mexico. We should connect. We should connect. How are you enjoying it, and how long have you been there? Also, where in Mexico are you located? Mexico is, along with one of my other friends in here, Mexico on my uh, astrocartography is one of the places to move to. Who knew? But also, like, oh, I'm reading. Hold on. I'll read your text. I saw your text, Anthony. Um, on my astro thingy. I don't remember what I was saying. I lost my thought when I saw that come through. I can only do one thing at a time. In Texas now, and the food is horrible. I wouldn't say it's the same as other places. I think it depends on what you're used to. Where were you before Texas again? Oh wow. Yeah, what a coincidence, right? Synchronicities. Oh man, I'm going to have to write a book. You should definitely do that. So Wadi, don't have sunflower oil at the moment. Can I use apricot kernel in base? I mean, as a base, yeah, that's fine. Are those the only oils you have? I mean, you could use the rose oil instead of the apricot one. We drove from North Carolina. We live in Playa del Carmen. I lived in North Carolina for a little bit of time. I actually really like North Carolina, but it was really the people there started to get, you know, severely racist. Not starting to get, started to vocalize it more. I lived in Noda. Yes, let's connect. Would love to help with that transition. Look at that. I'm gonna write down your name. Let me write down all the things. Christina Caldwell. So great to meet you. Are we friends on Instagram? At the Fairy Medicine Woman? Are we friends on there? Some people have different names. I never know if we're already friends. Maryland. Ah, okay. Maryland and Texas are very different. I will say that. Very, very different. You know what's funny? But it reminded me, it's so random, but it reminded me of this. While I was traveling around, um, Maryland sweatshirts kept finding me. Like, it was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing. They were given to me. I had a pink, in one of my videos, I'm actually wearing one of them. I had a pink Maryland sweater with a duck on it. No, I talk to ducks all the time. I see cars that say quack. It's weird. We have been here for a little over 40 days. Oh, fun. How is it with your dog? Did you drive there? Yeah, I lived there for 8 years. Wow, it's a long time. I lived in Charlotte and in Concord. Funny. Wow, I didn't visit Concord, but I was all over Charlotte. We have to be now. Yeah, exactly, right? Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I was raised in Maryland. So funny. Do you miss Maryland, or you're like, nah, Mexico to a T? I have um dogs, so I'm always curious, but also I just want to know because I love passing on resources to other people. And like whether or not you drove there or what. While you have moved around, Christina. No, I have a lot of essential oils. But as you said, sunflower. Yeah, it's a base, so I thought I had used a base oil. No, you do need to use a base oil. I thought you were saying rose oil. You can, a rose oil can be, like if someone just says rose oil, it could be literally an already mixed oil, like a rose in a sunflower oil or whatever your base oil is. But if you just have the essential oil, do not put that on your skin. Mix it with your other apricot oil if you want to put rose in there. Otherwise, you could just use the apricot oil. I assumed that you were talking about like a rose oil as in it's already combined with a base oil. Yes, we drove my friend, my teenage my teenage daughter and two dogs. It was definitely an adventure. I am so curious. I want to know all the things. I want to know how you did it. This sounds like we're the same person. I should just pack my bags and go to Mexico. Hmm. That's wild. Yes, that's my goal, is to show people how to travel with the pups. Yeah, me too. We have to connect because I spent about a year traveling around the US. At the time, we actually had four dogs because I was traveling with a friend. I had two like medium large dogs, and then the other ones were two smaller ones. But I stayed at a lot of hotels, hella landings, like all those sorts of things, you name it. Um, and also put them in a lot of daycare. They love New Orleans. Actually, they loved it so much there. I don't know why, but like the energy was really good, and there was one place that we would take them for a daycare, and they just loved them. Like loved them. They always came back so happy. They didn't give a shit about who we were. I was like, this is why I love this place. I use almond oil for skin. What are your thoughts? It just depends. I mean, sunflower oil is still going to be the best. Almond oil is a little bit more warming. So depending on your Ayurvedic dosha, your body needs, but sunflower is kind of that one that's in between most oils and tends to work for most people. No, I do not miss Maryland. I left, oh, I left Maryland at 21. I'm 41 now and have moved around a lot. I love that. Yeah, I left, when did I leave? I left maybe when I was 18, and I'm back visiting now, but I'm 35. So yeah, I feel you on the leaving. Love it. Christina, what is your Instagram handle? If you have an Instagram. If you're comfortable sharing it. If not, Totally fine. Maybe you can add me on Instagram. I was meditating and thought about your Friday session and came on here, and here you are. See, look, we're always connecting. Hello, 1-800-SEEK. I'm here for you. What? Yes, do it. Literally what I did. No, I'm loving this right now. Because also, I believe in divine timing, and I believe really funny things happen every single day. And, you know, when your phone does funny things and then someone says something funny and they go together, it just works. Gave away all my stuff and was out. Okay, yes. Oh, we are the same person. I literally gave away all my things as well. I don't even, I mean, I have to figure out the car situation because I technically also don't technically have a car anymore because I sold it. But it's like I've got one bag, my guitar, and what I use my iPad to run my business. I'm like looking around if I miss anything. I always try and fit in one bag, literally. Interesting. New Orleans was in my dream. Maybe you should go visit, or confirmation I was coming. We were picking up on each other's energy ahead of time. There was someone in the school last night. Some of you know King Grizzly. He had visions of me in his dream before he met me. And it was the same thing that happened for the person who did my tattoo. They drew my face, and then I met them the next day. I love how gifted people are. This is so cool. Yeah, I love connecting and helping. Me too. This is so fun, right? Copy that. I'll use coconut oil and infuse it with rose oil. Yeah, that's cool too. Love it, Zawadi. Get on that. And also, you know, you do your abhyanga, you let it sit for 20 minutes, and then you get into the shower and do like a cool to warm, not very warm water when you rinse it. And you don't need to moisturize afterwards. If you let it sit 20 minutes, you'll already be moisturized. This is, oh wait, I read that already. I mean, my dad still lives there. What? Hey, what of her family? Wait, does your dad still live in Maryland or New Orleans? Which one? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Where's your dad live? LOL. Okay, let me write this down. I'm gonna add you right now. Real time. I'm already 6 minutes over, but I'm glad I stayed. Here to give hope. Underscore. Nope, I spelled it wrong. Let's see. What? Why can I find you? Why can't, okay, because I can't spell. Here to, I put Gib. Okay, wait. We've got this. You can focus. Ah, cool, I found you. I just added you. You're also a model, actress, and designer. We are the same person. Spiritual coach and a psychic. We are the same person. I don't need to look right now, but I will look very soon. Wait, I should probably screenshot that so I don't forget the name. You know, like sometimes you add people and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, let me go find them. Gone. Is Friday session still on for today? There is no Friday session today. So I think you're talking about Z School for the Gifted. So Z School for the Gifted is Thursday evenings. And then I'm going to try and add a Wednesday around a 9:30, 10 a.m. Pacific to help out my folks in the UK and South Africa. I think that's what you're asking about, right? So we just had one yesterday for the full moon. Me too. I say it all the time. I literally just woke up from my nap. And you take naps? I love it. I was telling everybody about taking a nap. We all need to nap. It's good for you. Oh yeah, girl. And everything is furnished here. What? Okay, when I traveled around, that was the only thing I looked for. Which is why I also loved Hello Landing, because it's like not associated with Airbnb, but everything's furnished. So basically you get to like lease places, but they're meant for folks who travel, and you don't really have to deal with a landlord, and you can check in on your own, and everything's furnished. You have everything there: utensils, bedding, towels. You could literally just show up with a t-shirt and you're good to go. Yes, that's so wild. Maryland. Okay, he lives in Waldorf. Ancient Eyes, long time friend. He's from Chicago. Oh. Yeah, everybody can follow me on IG. Go for it. It's at the Fairy Medicine Woman. Same as my page. Made me feel so good. I love that. So yes. Oh no, I missed it. Yeah, so it's every Thursday. Um, I think what I'm gonna do, I'll try and schedule some more posts so that it automatically posts to remind people in the community tab, but it's moved to Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. So come next week. Come next week. We've been having so much fun. Yeah, that's why I like to at least have my name that I introduce myself with. That makes sense. That makes sense. I love a good nap. I added you on Instagram, Christina. Right? You always need a good nap. Oh, we are the same. That's what I'm saying. How is this possible? I don't even know, but I love this idea right now. I could get to Mexico. I've got friends. You could literally just take, did you know that the train goes like, um, that's probably why I figured that out. It's all coming together. So on one of the lives, I kept saying how Spirit kept guiding me to this very specific place in San Diego, and I kept going there over and over and over again, and I didn't know why. It was like for different events, and I did doula training, and then like spiritual things, and I met my friend from Africa, and then like they told me no, it was great old time with boundaries, like I loved it. I confessed my love to someone, and it went poorly. Like there's like a little vortex there, but I also met someone there who was at one of the trainings with me, because the birth training that I did was actually by someone who is indigenous, and their name is Thema. And there were folks who had actually traveled from Mexico to be there, and they just took the train. There we are. And here we are, people. Problem solving. Solving! Yay! Yes, Shawnee. Got it. Yay! Yes, come join. Come join. By the way, what is your name? Growing Stronger Roots TV. Everybody should have a TV channel. We should all create a broadcasting network with all of our channels. This is wild. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so new to your channel. Yay! Welcome. You should come to a class if it resonates with you. It's so much fun. Last night, I'll explain it for everybody. Cadian, that's a pretty name. Hopefully I said that right. Uh, it's like I channel messages, I answer spiritual questions, and then I teach some sort of new concept. But the theme of the class is usually aligned with like the astrological chart. So last night we did full moon healing, we did deep breathing and things like that that also help with their manifestations and disciplining when they do their visualization through their third eye. So it's very like integrated now, and we have a new Z School for the Gifted. It's a chat. I just started it. So now everybody can connect in there. It's a really fun time. It's only $22. It's accessible and it's great. And a lot of the folks in the chat actually have come and are so loving to each other. There is a train here and a big vortex here in Playa. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of vortexes there. I would love to. I'm just gonna take my little, notebooks of discovery and just find them all. I'm just gonna find them all. I'm gonna Be like, Christina, I'm so excited to meet you. I was gonna be like, I'm coming to Mexico. I drove by it coming here. Fun. How did it feel? How does it feel to be there? Um, Whenever you like get into energy vortexes and also ancestral land and things like that, it's different. You're totally, that's like how I feel when I go to Costa Rica. Like, you immediately are taken care of and you feel safe and held because the ancestors and the land is different. It responds to your energy. It's very similar to like um New Orleans. Like if you have a bad energy, it like there's the saying of like, you do harm, the city will immediately get you. But if you have good energy and lucky energy, the city will like you, like the energy itself, you know? That's what it reminds me of. Literally, I love that name. It's so pretty. Safe travels all. Yeah, right? It's pretty. I totally am. This sounds so fun. Adventures! Oh my goodness, what if your puppies met my puppies? I'm gonna explode. I'm trying to keep it together right now. I'm trying to keep it together. Yes, I'll be there to welcome you. Oh, that's so sweet. Everyone's so sweet. I'm so glad you're all here. Thank you, I have been, and it was really good. Why am I, did you come in the very, very beginning? Like very, very beginning, right? You read my energy in the session. I did get a bit upset, but it was so spot on. Okay. I guess I needed to hear that. That can happen in C School for the Gifted. Um, I've had that happen to a couple people who come into Z School for the Gifted, and I read their energy, and sometimes it is what it is, you know? Um, well, I would love to have you back. If you feel like coming back, definitely come. Everything happens for a reason, right? We all heal together. We all heal together. It feels at home. It feels like things are going at warp speed. Oh, I totally get that. I totally get that. I'm glad you went there. You ask and it will be there at your doorstep. Yeah, fast manifestation. And you have all that protection from the land too, which is great. My God, JD Poo would love that. Is that what is the other dog's name? Oh, you got upset. You got upset. That's good shade. I'm glad we're all open to healing. It happens. I don't think Benita is still here, but Benita and I always joke when we work together. And she would be like, "How dare you call me out?" I'm like, it's okay, you can be upset about it, but we're still gonna have this conversation whether you like it or not. Like, it's always a good time. Like, good teachers are like, I'm not gonna get mad at you for getting upset, and I'm always gonna welcome you back as long as you're not harming anybody else. Like, most of the time it's not even about me, and I understand um what comes with the territory of teaching, and I always try to do it with love and kindness, and you know, if an apology is needed, that's also something to be shared, but it is what it is, right? We can't always control how people react, and healing and getting upset or laughing or all these emotions are absolutely normal, totally normal. My mind ran her last night. I was wondering how she is doing. Oh, yes, I will. I actually got a lot of work done from a little bit of acceptance after that call. So thank you. Oh, of course. I'm always happy to help. I'm so glad you're coming back. I want to give you a little squeeze and welcome you back. Acceptance is huge, 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 huge. There's been so many times I've been triggered by my own teachers, and after a while it's like that, like I love that we're here again, right? Like expressing gratitude, sharing in love, and you know, what a gift. Monet, as in Monet. And Jade are the pups. Oh, Monet is my roommates and Jade is mine. That's so cute. Oh, I see. About Katie, and I see. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Okay, I'm officially 18 minutes over my lunchtime. But I can't out myself because I love talking to you all. But I've been here for almost 2 hours and I really need to finish some candle workings. Christina, I'm gonna reach out to you. And everybody, let me see if let me get the link. I think it should be able to, I think I should be able to, hold on. Let me actually articulate myself. Don't mind me, everybody. No. Hold on, let me grab it. It might stop the video feed for a second. Just hold on. Just hang on to your hats. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Rocks and rollin'. I'm still here. Don't worry. Does it stop the video feed? Y'all can tell me if it does. I think it does. I'm back now. Did it work? Did I go away? That's the link for everybody for Z School for the Gifted. Come next week. It's gonna be so much fun. We're going over mantras, elemental mantras, and we're going to realign our energies with the 5 elements. So we're going to be doing some chanting. I'm going to be teaching you about that. And one other little surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise. I kind of mentioned it. We might go over saying your 108 prayers, your mantras again with the Rudra beads, if anybody uses those. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put it together with the elemental ones or not, but I might. And then might also teach on Shiva's prayer, but I might do that next week. Thank you, Z, and have an awesome rest of your weekend. Thanks, everybody. This has been so fun. I did go away. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I heard you saying you were hopping off and I was like, no, let me hurry and say something. Sorry. No, I'm back. I was trying to grab the link for everyone. So I will see you all later. Thank you for confirming, Christina, that I definitely disappeared. Thank you. Hearts to everyone. Ancient Eyes. Oh man, I missed so much. See you on the next one. Rom Hom Chance. Different ones. It's similar to that, but not those exactly. Thanks everyone. I will see you later. Well, candle just went out. Hi, perfect. Christina, I'm gonna message you later today. No need to respond whatsoever. Just putting that out there. But I am gonna reach out. Bye. See ya.